So basically, I'm no longer with this fucking company, racist ass Western Express. You know, I detail what was told to me. I'm working with a company that I'm getting ready to leave right now. Right fucking now. All right. I'm getting ready to leave. And pretty much, you know, I'm in Pennsylvania by Manchester and shit. And I just got to thinking, like, you know, I only have a couple of months experience, approaching a year. And one of the things that my school taught me, which was one of the best schools in Virginia or whatever the fuck it is, one of the things they taught me is that once you get your CDL, you are considered a professional driver. But just like any other fucking profession in the United States, you got white supremacist racism. Every fucking company, every black person has to sell themselves to these fucking companies. And what they've been doing is, and what they've attempted to do to me, and what they're still attempting to do to me, is prevent me from gaining experience and constantly sabotaging me. You know what I'm saying? While I'm in the business, you know what I'm saying? No matter who I work for, they just sabotaged the company that I work for, which is a privately owned company. I went to a shipper in New York, up there by Syracuse, Anheuser-Busch, I believe, and they made me wait. No, I got there to turn me around to get a load lock, one fucking load lock. I came back, and they didn't load me. And next thing you know, my fucking manager's calling me all types of bitches and whatever the fuck it is. And next thing you know, he threatened to shoot me. So I gave him a 2 weeks notice. He said, make it 1 week. And I said, fine, fuck it. And I actually tried to get out of the truck today, which is July 22nd. But he said, you know, I mean, I did tell him that I was going to finish the week out. My coon ass told him that I was willing to work a whole week for free. But then I recanted and said, you know, actually I need to get paid for what the fuck I'm doing if I'm going to be in this truck. But all in all, again, just like any racist ass institution, the trucking industry is no fucking different. While I was in school, white motherfuckers was getting paid to go to school, getting $20+ an hour to go to school, and their entire schooling was free. Free of fucking charge. And the company is called McLean. I put in an application with them, and they tried to recruit me a couple of weeks back. And I said, I'm gonna stick with this bogus ass company that I'm working for, which is ran by foreigners, right? But all in all, like, I'm just thinking, like, why the fuck do I have to have 30 years experience, or 2 years, or 5 years, or 3 years experience in order for me to get paid for layover and waiting time and all that shit? Because that's pretty much what it is. You know what I mean? At this point, that's what it is, because I can't get with these companies unless I have an X amount of experience. Mind you, I'm in Manchester, coming up 70, I think, I believe I'm on 83 coming up. A fucking experienced driver in one of these old model trucks crashed their fucking shit up in the rain. It's raining right now. It's raining right now, okay? I drive a reefer unit right now, but I'm getting ready to quit this company because these motherfuckers antagonize me. You know what I'm saying? You can't despise the motherfucker that works for you. And that's pretty much what slavery's all about, was all about. It's some Indian motherfuckers from India. You know what I'm saying? Anybody familiar? Black historians have brought to my attention basically that Gandhi was racist as a motherfucker. And they didn't tell us that part. I didn't figure that out until much later on in life. I believe I was in my late 20s or early 30s. I'm 33 right now. So, but with that being said, like, they despise me. Judging from the fact that the motherfucker threatened to shoot me, my manager. So, you despise the motherfucker that worked for you. You know what I'm saying? And there's no point for me to fucking stay here. But I expect the same things to continue despite my ability to produce, because I'm a black man. You know what I'm saying? I get held to these unrealistic expectations, okay, while I'm expected to live a low quality of life, expected to be ran over by these other races of men. You see what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what it is. And then of course you got the pandemic, which is chemical biological warfare. All right. And that didn't happen until after I left Western Express. Right when I left Western Express, I went from making $350 a week to about three times that. About 3 times that. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I haven't been paying taxes. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect taxes to be that much because I am a truck driver, and I've looked at it, and, you know, it's not going to be that bad. And plus, as a truck driver, you're only allowed to spend so much money. And driving reefer, you know, you don't get much sleep, and, you know, it just is what it is. So you ain't even got an opportunity to go out here and spend money. But, you know, the little couple of days that I did get off, you know what I'm saying, once a week or whatever the fuck it is, once every 2 weeks, I managed to spend a lot of money paying rent, paying back rent, paying off credit cards and shit like that. So I am thankful for that. But I put my motherfucking life on the line every day, jumping behind this wheel, hauling, you know, thousands of pounds. But my biggest gripe right now is this whole idea that I need experience. When I've seen white motherfuckers come straight out of school get put right into these motherfucking major positions, high-paying trucking jobs. And I know it's a racism thing, just like any other profession. Ran in America, it's all white supremacy. And I got, you know, I'm what a historian identifies as a foundational American, a descendant of slaves. I'm a descendant of slaves, and I get to work for motherfucking, you know, first or second generation Americans who feel so comfortable threatening black people. Because we don't have, you know what I'm saying, anything. We don't have an ability to defend ourselves, to get justice, or anything like that. We don't have the resources, and that's by design. But, you know, that explains why I'm feeling the way I feel about not getting paid to sit. You know, these shippers are allowed to hold me here 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours, and then give me a short-ass window to deliver. Because they don't get held accountable for it. Nothing comes out of their pocket. They know they don't have to pay the nigger. The nigger has to be the lowest paid. And let's be all the way 100 with that. I don't want none of y'all stupid ass Negroes getting on here talking about it ain't that, it ain't this, it's all in your mind and all that shit. Maybe you need to change your attitude. I don't want to hear none of that shit. In my last video, I told you guys that I'm college educated. I got a high school diploma. I ain't got no kids. I ain't got multiple baby mothers. You know what I'm saying? I'm relatively healthy. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm a hard worker. And I'm a CDL holder. And I'm still going to try to better my life throughout the course of my life. And I was told when I was arrested in Texas for marijuana that I needed to remain teachable. A lot of y'all motherfuckers you don't even believe in remaining teachable. You know what I'm saying? When a motherfucker like me gets on here and talks about white supremacy or whatever the fuck it is, a lot of y'all motherfuckers, y'all skin crawls, or you get the shakes. Black, especially white motherfuckers, they definitely don't want to hear anything about it. All these Confederate truck drivers and Confederate-owned companies and whatever the fuck it is. Come on, bruh. Who the fuck are y'all fooling? I didn't work as a general laborer. I didn't work as a technician, but mostly in the construction field, you know what I'm saying? You run into a lot of Confederates. You know what I'm saying? But in the profession I'm in now, I'm noticing how I'm being trick banged. And how, you know what I'm saying? And I feel how they're trying to sabotage my career before it even get off. And I feel like a lot of people can relate to this, you know, working for places like CRST, where a lot of black people go because, you know, we come out of the inner cities, or you go to places like Western Express, or you go to places like CR England. You know what I'm saying? All of these major companies that supposedly give black people an opportunity, and then they bind them to a fucking contract and have them running around the fucking country while they filling their white fucking pockets and feeding their white fucking racist ass kids incestuous ass pieces of shit. When in truth, in all honesty, this country still owes black people reparations. Make no fucking mistake about it. But instead, they give all the opportunities and all the businesses and all the grants and all the housing to first generation Americans. Motherfuckers from India, motherfuckers from Asia, motherfuckers from Europe, motherfuckers from South America, motherfuckers from across the border. According to historians, they become a protected class, protected citizens, they go under protected status, and then the government manufactures the motherfucking pandemic, and then we point to black on black violence and shit like that. It's our fault. And they creating economic starvation. And I find myself having to whore myself off to one of these white supremacist owned companies. So this is just something to think about. Why am I not getting paid for my services? Why am I not getting paid for my time? You see what I'm saying? Why is everything a fucking problem? Why is the pandemic being, the pandemic, and I thought this to myself. And I think I just made a video and put it on Instagram. The pandemic, aka this chemical biological warfare, is being used to practice white supremacy. And what they're doing with this chemical biological warfare is doing what they've always done. Economically disenfranchising black people. We wonder why black people in the hoods, because I come from the hood, I'm from Washington, D.C., and there are hoods in Washington, D.C., in my opinion is that if it's happening in Washington, D.C., it's happening everywhere. And it's been proven to be happening everywhere. Chicago, Florida, I can't think of where in Florida in particular, but of course Philadelphia, you know what I'm saying? You got Richmond, Virginia. You see what I'm saying? You got St. Louis. So, but all in all, and plus more cities, but black people, the murder rate has risen. As I said before you, July 22nd, I believe. Yeah, July 22nd, 2020, the murder rate has spiked. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people believe white people are responsible for pulling these guns and killing black people. But even if that's not the case in totality, which most likely is not, they are manufacturing economic deprivation, which is what they've done for a long period of time. Separating the black man from the black woman, giving the black woman housing if she disassociates herself with black men, and therefore creating a generation of fatherless children who they can easily get sexual access to. We know that white people are pedophiles. There's a video on Instagram floating around of a white father talking about his sexual relationship with his 6-year-old daughter. So most likely he was having a sexual relationship with her prior to her even reaching the age of 6. These are incestuous people. And unfortunately, these are the people that we sell our lives to. These are the people that we have to sell ourselves to at these companies. And I'm saying all this to say, I'm tired of working for these motherfuckers. I'm tired of working for immigrant groups. I'm tired of being looked at as a lazy nigga because because I'm being held to unrealistic expectations. When you got all these crackhead ass white motherfuckers that are able to get housing. I haven't killed anyone. I haven't raped anyone. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make an honest living. I've been walking a fucking on thin ice for a long period of time in my life when me as well as my ancestors have been wronged in this fucking country. Lost my mother at 9 years old in this country. I never met my father. And I've come to the conclusion that that's by design. Now I find myself fast forward to today as a 33-year-old black man. And I'm sick of this shit. And I'm gonna point it out. You can say I'm complaining, but a lot of y'all motherfuckers think y'all shit don't stink. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all think y'all shit don't stink. For you white motherfuckers out there, and if you disagree with what the fuck I'm saying, you can eat a dick and die. And I mean that. I hope your family fucking dies. I hope you die. And that's not a threat. I just hope you fucking die. Because I'm tired of y'all denying shit. Y'all need to come up off that motherfucking bag that y'all owe us so I won't have to subject myself to selling myself to y'all fucking pedophiles and rapists. And I mean what the fuck I say. I'm tired of feeling like I did something wrong by waking up every fucking day. So with that being said, as long as I'm in this profession, I want to get paid. I want to get access to some of the same pay that these white inferior motherfuckers get paid. These white motherfuckers that's driving on these goddamn roads and crashing into people, bull rushing people off the fucking road. While me, I display the patience necessary to complete the task at hand. And before anybody takes my fucking video out of context, make sure they play the entire fucking video. Make sure they play the entire fucking video and listen to what the fuck I say. These white motherfuckers and these anti-black cultures, these white supremacist motherfuckers, they are taking things out of context. They are not talking about the totality of things. They play on the miseducation of black people, and they hope that black people have a lack of understanding about the system of white supremacy. And the white supremacy is present in the trucking industry. As a black man, I'm the first to be exploited. I am deemed the first to be exploited. White people and white supremacists set the rules. I know people want to front and act like they shit don't stink, and then want to gloss around the idea or the country that they live in. They want to gloss over the history of the country that they live in. Everybody wants to talk about trucking as if it's this euphoric experience, while leaving out the pale man in the room, the racism that's in the room, So as much shit as y'all want to talk about me for posting this video, and if you're a fucking truck driver, most likely I'm gonna give this fucking video a truck title. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a truck driver, you understand what the fuck I'm saying. And if you white and you deny this shit, fuck you, and I meant what the fuck I said about you. If you're a non-black person and you reject what the fuck I said and you don't admit the truth and what the fuck I said, fuck you. If you black and you deny what the fuck I'm telling you, you's a fucking idiot. And this should be an indicator that you should have courage to speak out against these things. As a black man, I had my Indian fucking manager, who's from India, which is a part of Asia, I believe, which has been brought to my attention. I'm not good with geography. But this motherfucker threatened to shoot me after calling me a bunch of bitches. He fired me the first time calling me a bunch of bitches. Over the phone called me a bunch of bitches because one of these white supremacists, you know what I'm saying, shipping places, warehouses, orchestrated dysfunction within the company. They've been sabotaging the company that I've been working for since I've gotten here. They've been giving our company low rates, and I've been able to produce. And unfortunately, this Indian motherfucker who wears Jordans or whatever the fuck it is, you know what I'm saying, he's been able to keep his word and pay me what the fuck he's been able to pay me, but he's noticed ever since he brought me on board that this government has been orchestrating and sabotaging, orchestrating the downfall of the company that I work for now. While these white motherfuckers, I meet them, oh, my kids are in college, my house is paid for. They doing the same fucking thing I'm doing. I don't give a fuck who disagrees with what I'm saying. It's dangerous. I don't give a fuck if I'm driving an automatic truck. I don't give a fuck if I'm driving an up-to-date truck. This profession is dangerous. And before anybody points to all the shit that white people brought to this country, you can't leave out the fact that black people put blood, sweat, and tears in building this country free of fucking charge. So white people can't take responsibility for black people's success without admitting their wrongdoings to black people historically and presently. What they'll do is, this is America, this is the greatest place on earth, but they won't acknowledge the lynchings. They won't acknowledge the motherfucking, the banks. They won't acknowledge the institutions such as the schools, the jobs. They won't acknowledge the people running the government. They won't acknowledge the motherfucking pedophilia taking place from the bottom all the way up into the top. They won't acknowledge chemical, biological warfare and secret programs which are basically being ran by white supremacists and anti-black cultures. Because we must remember, as black people, we are the first to be targeted. But nevertheless, I'm gonna get paid for what the fuck I do. I want to get paid for what the fuck I do. I don't give a fuck who's setting these guidelines. I'm willing to learn. I dealt with a fucked up situation with Western Express. Now everybody's sitting back watching and praying on my downfall. Praying to their white supremacist deities for my downfall. And black people are praying, if they are hating on me, they praying to white Jesus for my downfall. Which is nothing but a white supremacist deity. So I'm a deep motherfucker. And if you don't like it, fuck you.